Wow, what a good song.
Tiny tots with their eyes on aglow.
I'm gonna tell you guys a secret in a second.
Find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa.
All right.
Woo, what a great song. Hey, KG, I'm just going to kick it real quick and say 12 days of recruiting. Wow. And we got our man Gary here. It's going to start it all off with us. 12 recruiters, 12 days. It's all about the holiday cheer. KG, take it away and let's start all this fun.
Okay, so welcome Gary D. Olive to Trap Chat with the Sharks, 12 days of recruiting. So I'm just going to give you an early shout out before I let you take the wheel here. Gary stepped in the clutch like a recruiter does and just said, yes, I'll be on the shows like under what, couple of hours. You said you would come on. Couple hours, you said. That's you were awesome, coming to do it. Yeah, I kind of, what do they call it? I slid in your DMs and I said, hey, Gary, I'm going to be a loser and ask you for a huge favor. So let me tell you about Gary. This is my experience with Gary. Gary is the tweep, the Twitter peep who sends us like songs every Friday to get us, ready and motivated for the weekend. We were getting Bob Marley summertime in the summer. Like it was great. So I had an affinity for him right off the bat. He goes by Diversity Recruiter. We all have code names here. So nice. Gary is the Diversity Recruiter. I'm going to let you introduce yourself, tell everybody where you're from and what you do, why you love recruiting.
Yeah, I'm from LA. We were just talking about that. It's a little chilly. It's in the 60s today, so I got my sweater on. But I'm an avid, lifelong Laker fan, and this was the most awesome September and October ever in LA sports history with the Lakers and Dodgers. So that was an awesome time, especially because we're stuck in our homes, right? Can't go anywhere. And so we got to watch LeBron and the Dodgers do their thing.
Time out, Gary. Can I just interrupt? I'm a Boston Celtic fan. So
oh, wow.
Man,
I thought we were going to be friends.
I thought we had a chance
to be friends. I thought we had a chance to be friends.
Now, this is a first. This is the first time that Rich has not stolen one of my recruiter friends.
Yeah.
And it took the Lakers to do it. So shout out.
Yeah,
shout out,
well, we are
shout
mortal
out to
enemies.
The Lakers.
In a good way.
Oh,
yes,
man.
I've been recruiting for about 10 years now, and primarily been doing contracts, which good and bad. But it did give me the impetus to actually write a book this year called Contract Recruiter.
Okay.
And I'll probably be redoing that, but that's what I've been doing. That's my thing. I always want to find that long-term, high-paying job with benefits and PTO days.
Yes.
But it just keeps eluding me. So here I am, contract recruiter, recently furloughed, waiting for my next one. But, I do love recruiting because I really love, getting people to their next opportunity and solving that kind of complex puzzle that our hiring managers and organizations have. And here we are. We're the firefighters, the farmers, all that things for our organization, ambassadors. We're all those things. We're many hats.
Rich likes to call himself the agent. He is the who's the guy? I'm sorry.
I'm Jerry Maguire, Gary.
Jerry Maguire.
There you go. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The shark never sleeps.
Yeah. Let me help you. Yeah. Help me help you. Yeah.
So for 10 years, you've been recruiting. How did you land here?
Like a lot of people, it found me, right? We don't go to recruiting university or major in recruiting. And, a friend of mine introduced me to the business. I was actually doing a sports agent for a little while, and that was kind of falling off the, spending a lot of money, not going anywhere. And so I kind of liked always that opportunity and prospecting and aspect of recruitment. And this was a pretty good match and paid the bills. I just kind of kept going from there. Worked in some major health organizations, USC, Kaiser out here, City of Hope.
Nice.
So yeah.
Yes.
Very nice. So the book, let's talk about your book, because I want to always give our folks the publicity that they deserve, amplify their voices. Why'd you write it?
I wrote the book to help us contract recruiters. We're always, brought on at the last minute and, let go unexpectedly at times, to kind of help recruiters, give them some of the quick basics, things that will help a recruiter get up to speed really quickly. How to, there's so many things. You got to stay current. You got to be good with technology. And even more so now, you got to be really good with people. So really to help recruiters, kind of get better at their jobs.
It's interesting that you said that. You said now you have to be really good with people. And I just find that to be intriguing, because I think when I've been doing a lot of soul searching this year, because I've had the time, and I just think that when you're in a situation, when you are the person, like when you know what to do, when you're excited, like Rich and I are, like you are, about it, like you just assume that people that are recruiting are doing that. You just assume that they're good with people. So I feel like I didn't have a great appreciation that this is not the norm. Like, the reason why it's the norm is because I'm attracted to the people, and the people that are like me, and the people that are like me are attracted to me, So I really find it interesting that you said that, because I can't imagine a recruiter being successful without being a people person.
Well, yeah, and kind of other things that are kind of going to the radar. You make a good point. For instance, how good are you with your team? Your colleagues. How good are you with your coordinators? You just kind of throwing them under the bus, being short with them. Well, back when we had offices, right, our cubicles, how many people don't look you in the eye when they talk to you? They just look at the screen and just, So I think those kind of things, our EQ, can really help our colleagues and our teams be really much more high performing. If you could be really cohesive, Rich and I, we're sports guys, maybe you are too, Christian. And so, like the best teams are the most cohesive, they get along, they have each other's backs, they work together, they're in it for the team.
Right.
So I think a lot of that can be missing at times with teams and from our esteemed managers.
Okay.
Exactly right, Gary. And you know what? I like to elaborate on that with sports. I relate everything, even my candidates. I'm the head coach and they're the player. Without both of us, they're not getting a job, right? I mean, you have to, you treat it like that, and they're like, wow, we're a team here. And I think that's the biggest thing that you summed it up. It's teamwork,
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, go ahead, Kristen.
No, please.
No, I just think that, like you're saying, it's kind of got understated, the value of emotional intelligence, because now we're in this pandemic. And we're all going through something, whether it's missing our friends, not being able to go out. And so being able to have that compassion and empathy for people, to listen to their story. I just got like a really sad, not sad, but a story that's to share that really underscores where companies are missing it.
Okay.
And so I was recruiting for this company. I won't name them, but I was having trouble getting candidates to go to an on-site interview in New York. And they're saying, well, what's the problem? I go, well, they don't want the job, but they are asking to minimize their travel while we're doing this pandemic, because now we're having this uptick, phase 2 or 3. And they're like, what are they talking about? This makes no sense to me. I go, you don't understand that it's a pandemic? They've told me yes before, but now they've gone home, they talked to their families, they're watching the news, and they don't want to travel right now. So I just think this compassion and empathy for people, I think, is something to really instill.
Yeah, and it's sad, really, that it had to take a pandemic for us to think about these things, and I'm including myself in that. Like I said, I like to think that I'm a good person. I mean, I am. Let's just be honest. You are. No, but there were still things I was missing. It's what I call situational privilege. Okay. Like we're in a position now. That doesn't mean that we have power. That means we have proximity to power. But it doesn't mean that we have power to make all the changes and to, you know, pull the strings and all that. This means that we have a closer proximity to the person that's doing that. And I realized, you know, in my quest, you know, being diversity, equity, and inclusion and belonging minded, that I was only looking at me. You know, I was only looking at those things that directly affected me. Like, that was my privilege. You know, it's not a problem for me to get on the internet. You know, it's not a problem for me to find a quiet space in my home. It's not a problem for me to know where to look for a job, who's looking for a job. Like, those type of things I was missing. And I had expectations because of what we were used to. You know, I grew up in the high tech time, you know. Monster was just starting. Like, we went from fax machines to Monster to, you know, back then we had Washington Jobs. Like, we were putting newspaper ads. You know how much that cost back in the day. Like, newspaper ads were tens of thousands of dollars to hire one person. You know, so we were doing paper plus tech, and then we went 100% tech. So, like I said, I took for granted that I have all of these things: the phone, the laptop, the iPad. You know, we're getting on Slack channels, we're doing this and this, and people are not communicating that way. Like, we're not really connecting with folks that way. Nope. And it goes to show you, like, I've had even a change in who I work with, in the sense of, like, who I reach out to. I still have my core group because, you know, they've been there from the beginning. That's my foundation. That's my crew. But, you know, I met Rich online. I met you online. You know, we've created a community. I don't know, out of necessity, perhaps. But whatever it is, whatever happened in 2020, like, I'm grateful for it, because it cleared out all the junk. It cleared out all the people that didn't belong there. Like, move along. It cleared out all of those things that needed to go, as far as my bad behaviors and the situational privilege that was adversely affecting other people. So I'm actually excited about it. Like, I'm happy for it. Now don't get me wrong. It's still been trash, but there's been good parts about it too. You know, I miss my family. I do miss happy hour.
Think we all do.
Like, what recruiter doesn't miss happy hour?
Oh.
Speaking of happy hours.
Yeah.
How long was it before you got tired of virtual happy hour?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I think about a week, you know. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
I don't, you know, I don't get that, you know. That's just me, though, you know.
And you know what, Gary? I think the big thing is that human connection. You know, when it comes back, it's going to be stronger than ever for the staffing industry. I really believe when we can go to events again and have that human connection, besides talking on the phone and doing Zoom and everything like that, I think it's going to be incredible. I think our industry is going to bounce back 100%.
Yeah, I think it'll be more vast as well, because now we've got more connections, like all over the country and all over the world, you know, for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we've got a lot, you know, our connections are definitely much more vast, I think, and numerous. Like Kristen was saying, those connections that we really cherish and need, you know, I think those are the ones that we now have.
Exactly. Yeah. And we're building a bigger relationship with everybody now, because we get to talk to them on the phone. We don't have anywhere to rush to. You know what I mean? So now we can build a rapport with somebody and get to really know them.
I rush to 12 days of recruiting.
You always are on a rush.
But, you know, recruitment's like that. You know, it's a rush one thing to another. Just like I said, being a firefighter, to be correct, fire after fire after fire we put out.
I was branded the chief firefighter at one point. So,
and every time we put a fire out, I get more gray hair. That for me,
yeah. another one starts, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I have plenty. So, Rich, you want to shift to the holiday thing?
Yes, this is this is fun times here. See what, Gary? Tell me a story that's memorable about your holidays. Family, anything? Give me one good story here we can laugh about.
One good story to laugh about. I guess it always goes back to when you find out that there is no Santa Claus, My dad was really great about it. I mean, he had me hoodwinked for years, we'd put the cookies out and everything at night, and I'd wake up and there'd be like one cookie's gone and a bite out of another one, and half a glass of milk is gone. He was really good about that whole thing, and he was even worse. He would have me call a friend. I thought I was talking to Santa Claus, and his friend would tell me what he's doing, where he was at. I'm flying over New York. I'll be there later tonight. So you need to go to sleep now. And I was like, wow. That later I found out I was like, a family friend. So
that's incredible. Tell you what, here we go. Favorite cartoon for Christmas, and I'm going to throw mine out there first. It's Frosty the Snowman, because when he says, "I'll be back on Christmas Day," I usually do a shot and jump around like a kid. So that's my, I'm not going to lie.
I don't know if it's Charlie Brown Christmas or the Charlie Brown Christmas tree, that whole thing.
Okay.
Being out here in LA, everything's overpriced. So it's like that Christmas tree is like $50,
Hey, I'll send you one here in Pittsburgh. I think it's $10. I'll send you one out.
Yeah, I'll pay for the shipping. Yeah.
Still be cheaper.
That thing will get there with no needles, like zero.
But wasn't that the thing of that Christmas tree? Like no needles, basically, just sitting there.
Oh, yeah, Charlie Brown's. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. It was like the last one or whatever. So again, I told you guys before we went live, that I was going to tell you a secret.
Uh-oh.
I don't like Christmas.
What? Oh.
I was like, I don't like the commercialization of Christmas. Like,
Yeah.
I am such a Grinch. Like,
Where's the song at?
I'm an entire terrorist. I have my family.
You're a mean one.
I told
You're Grinch.
I'm like, hate, double hate, love entirely. I have my parents. They're not allowed to have colored Christmas lights. I told it was tacky. They can't have that. I don't like Christmas songs. I'm like, please.
Oh man. What a bummer.
I'm a horrible person.
I was recruiting all day to Christmas songs. Blue Christmas was on before we had the show.
Hey. On that
I mean,
same note, my father, when it was Christmas time, he was like, turn on the Christmas music. It's Christmas, damn it. I want to hear Christmas music.
So Christmas is also my mother's birthday.
Oh.
And don't get me wrong, I get that it's Jesus's birthday. Okay.
Yes.
So I mean, if you said a Christmas song, I'm thinking of the songs we sang in church, like hymns, like "Oh Holy Night,"
Joy to the World.
"Oh Come All Ye Faithful." Like those, I'm cool with that. But all that ding ba ding ba ding ba ding ba ding, like all that jingle belling and Chris, like all that. Ugh, please keep it away from me. Like I don't want to hear it. I don't. It's terrible. And I did. So my family bought me this sweater. So I do wear my ugly Christmas sweater. But like I said, I put up a tree 2 years. The first year is my entire family came here for Christmas. So I had a tree then. And then the year after that, but I've had a tree twice. I've lived here for 21 years. I've had a tree up twice.
Well, you ready for this? KG, I got 5 trees up so far.
Wow.
I have a Miami Vice tree. Wait till you see it. It looks like straight from the 80s. Teal with pink on it. Looks like your Miami Vice. I'm crazy about Christmas. Sorry.
Are these real trees? Are these real trees?
No.
Oh, okay.
I did not. These are all artificial. She killed it, Gary, didn't she? Killed the moment, right?
Again, like I have decorated. I have decorations. I'm not sure what condition they're in right now because, like I said, they've been packed up for years, and they're out on my outdoor balcony, like in the storage closet. So I have no idea what condition these things are in, but they were beautiful.
I would have never guessed that about you.
Never.
Really.
No.
I'm not I don't get into
so
all
I'm going to
that.
ask both of you. Here we go.
Yeah.
Favorite toy for Christmas that you got? Come on, you got to have a fave.
My Barbie dream house. Tied with my Cabbage Patch Kid. Because you guys know the Christmas of 1984, That's how old I am. Every parent was a whole G. Like, I believe that's when the Black Friday fights actually started, when kids wanted Cabbage Patch Kids, because that's
Oh, right, yeah.
oh yeah.
yeah.
I got two, and I'm very fancy because of it.
Well, Gary, I have a Cabbage Patch Kid too. My parents got me. Guess what it was? A Dodger.
Oh, look low, look at
I had
that.
a Dodger baseball player. Remember when they came out? They were big.
Go Nats.
All the boys got the Dodgers or whatever, baseball ones.
What about you, Gary?
It's got to be that Hot Wheel set, you know.
Oh yeah.
And just putting together, you know, putting the tracks together with the joinder. It's like a purple thing. You join the tracks together. Having the car go through like the turbocharger or supercharger, and oh man, nothing better than that.
Oh man. And I tell you what, our parents back in the day, remember the stickers they had to put on all the stuff like
Oh yeah.
Grace? That had to be horrible because I was like, my dad would be like, I'll do it later, 2 weeks from now. It's like all these little stickers and they all peeled off, and it was awful.
It's still going on. My niece is now 14, but I remember she got a Barbie dream house, and it had to have 2,000 pieces. Like 4 adults tried to put it together. A doctor, like an actual medical doctor, someone who was like halfway an engineer, me and my sister, and we tried to put this Barbie dream house. Like, it was the most horrible thing. I was like, she's about to get the box and get a bow on it and say, play with the box, because it was that bad. Those toys, like, these toys are ridiculous. It's like IKEA for adults, you know?
Oh yeah. I did not miss those days.
No, not at all.
Having to buy the cars and going from Walmart to Walmart. Do you guys have the Escalade? Do you have the Hummer when you're driving to get that Jeep? And then 6 months later you see it and it's just like sitting outside, you know, by, you know, a wheel is off.
Exactly. Did you guys ever deal with like 5 o'clock in the morning, like a Best Buy or Walmart, and did the rush? Did you guys ever participate in a rush where you knock people over? I hate to say it, to get through the door.
Well, yeah. So again, I don't like Christmas for me, but I do think Christmas is for kids, you know? So I enjoy like spoiling my nieces and nephews during Christmas time. And they're getting to the point now that they're old. So I need some of my friends to have some more kids so I can, you know, not be 100% evil Grinch during this season.
Oh yeah.
Here's another good one. Favorite cookie. I'm going to throw mine out real quick. The one with the Hershey Kiss. You got to love peanut butter blossoms with the Hershey Kiss in the middle. Incredible.
Cookie?
That's what they're called?
Peanut butter blossoms, yeah.
I just like them. Yeah, they're good.
More for me.
Now I know. No, I said I like them. I just didn't know.
Oh,
they
you
had
do?
them.
Okay.
The cookie with the Hershey Kiss in the middle. Yes.
And the worst is the fruitcake. Please
Oh
tell
my
me.
goodness.
I've never had
yeah.
fruitcake.
I can't just bring it to every party, and it would sit there and never be unwrapped.
Yeah.
All right,
But they
Gary,
still bring it every year.
what's your favorite cookie?
Chocolate chip cookies, and that's what I make every year.
Nice.
I give a lot of them out. So I've got, let's see, the regular traditional with almonds, chocolate chip with oatmeal,
Wow.
chocolate chip with white chocolate, you know, macadamia nuts. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't
I
think
love
I've had
cookies.
one. Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Hey, Gary, you're making me hungry already. I'm gonna have to get some after here.
Yeah. I already bought my chips and everything. I'm ready to kick that going, get off this keto diet and get going with that.
Nice.
All right, mine. Favorite Christmas holiday. Favorite holiday drink.
Oh.
Mm.
I do like a good eggnog with some brandy in it. I'll go
Yeah.
for
I
that
like eggnog.
with the brandy. Yeah.
I think Rich is something gingerbread. Am I wrong?
You were close. Candy cane martini I had this year. It's incredible.
Okay. Maybe with peppermint schnapps.
Actually, just the coffee mate peppermint mocha with vodka
Oh.
Oh. Wow.
and some Hershey and a couple Hershey Kisses. The candy
Pretty
cane.
good.
Gotta love the
Man,
candy. I'm endorsed in Pennsylvania, right? The home
Rich
of
is
Hershey.
a good
Nice
man.
to
He is a
see.
traditional guy. That man, Rich got some good ideas. He's
So-
a man at home.
So I like eggnog. I like martinis. But I think I'm going to pick a different kind of martini, a white chocolate martini. I think that's very hot. I think that's more wintry, very holiday themed.
So what's the chocolate part? How does it get that taste?
It's like I don't know. I've never made it myself. I always order it, and I do have a friend that used to make them. May he rest in peace. But that's who put me onto them. I love them. They're great. They have a little I think they have a little butterscotch in them, but it's been a while since I've been to a drinking establishment. They miss me. They do. Trust me. They miss me a lot. Sorry, Mom.
Well, just keep hoping. Maybe that's going to be your holiday present, right? They open up the bars again.
All right.
Yeah, get that vaccine.
Yes. Last thing. All right. What are you looking forward to? I know that this is the cliche question, but I still think it's important, it's relevant, and we all need something to look forward to. So what are you looking forward to in 2021, Gary?
I'll say probably going back to live concerts.
Ooh.
You know, our summers, it's LA, so everyone comes through here. And we got so many outdoor venues and parks, and all that was just shut down, of course. So, I mean, John Legend was coming, Alicia Keys, I think even Sade was about to do a tour, Stevie Wonder.
Nice.
Did you look at any of the verses? I mean, that's kind of the closest we got to concerts.
Yeah, it's just kind of hit and miss. It's not the same thing. The one that threw me off was Teddy Riley versus Babyface.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that one was interesting. And I think that kind of like shifted. Now, you know what, though? That's a great model in like re-engineering because they did not make that same mistake again. They got people into the same location. They worked out all of the kinks. So shout out to them. I appreciate that. Rich, what are you looking forward to?
Oh, wow. Just interacting with people again so I can give handshakes and hugs to people, and the virtual hug can only go so far. So I'm just looking for a happy 2021. That's all I'm saying. I love everything. So it's all good. And hopefully the Celtics come back and maybe knock off the Lakers.
No. We just hope you guys can maybe get to a finals.
Oh, there we go. Dig the shovel.
We'll be there. We'll be there.
Oh, I know you will. Oh,
wow.
So can I give my two gifts to my recruiting managers around the world?
Absolutely.
I got three.
Okay.
Humility.
First gift.
Compassion.
Second gift.
yes.
Last gift, autonomy. Don't micromanage your teams, let them work.
Totally agree. Damn.
I love that.
Yes.
HCA.
HCA.
That's your gift from Gary. Humility, compassion,
autonomy.
You can tell that I have not had my ginkgo biloba today. My short-term memory is.
Oh man,
no. This was great. We could have talked for like 30 more minutes, but
you know what's nice about it is we can talk about recruiting a little bit, but we get to know each other. This is the time of the year just to laugh and kick back and say, "Wow!" And let's. We're all family at the end of the day, guys. And all I want to say is, and Trap knows all the time what I say is, you're part of my family, Gary. Once you connect with me, you're always part, man. If you ever go to Pittsburgh or LA, I treat everybody because I love everybody, and it's just, it's a good time. We have a blast here, and you're welcome to come back anytime. And I'm just glad that you were the first one here for our holiday special. I mean, this is exciting. You kicked it off.
Yeah.
All right, by December 22nd, we might be drinking on the show. You never know by then, but.
Oh, hey, I love me some Pittsburgh Pirate baseball. Roberto Clemente, man, he was my.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
All right. Well, thank you, guys. Thank you, Gary, for being our first guest on 12 Days of Recruiting. Thank you, Rich, for always having the amazing ideas and brain children and just saying, hey, let's do this. And then we just do it. We just do it. So tune in tomorrow at 4 p.m. If you don't already know, 12 Days of Recruiting will be Monday through Thursday. We're going to take Fridays off every day at 4 o'clock. And then on the 21st and 22nd. It's going to also be at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. So we hope to see you
4
back.
p.m.
We've got 11 more shows to go and 11 more amazing, awesome guests. And we'll see you tomorrow.
And then at the end, we're going to have a holiday virtual party.
Oh,
Cool.
true.
Gary, you have to be invited to the virtual party. You can
I want to invite.
bring your cookies and a cocktail, and we're going to have a good time.
All right, that's cool.
And
bring your
I'll do
eggnog.
it for you guys.
She's going to be the DJ, so look out.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of hers. Big fan.
Aw. Thank you. Is that against
She's,
HR?
she's
No, there's
an
no.
awesome
Guess
person,
what?
you know
We
that.
all work for ourselves, so there's no HR.
Hey, we'll see y'all tomorrow. 12
Bye,
days of
guys.
recruiting.